I want to just give you some principles for better living. Okay, I want to just give you some principles for better living, and I pray that you will receive them and that you will hear the heart of what God is speaking and that He is saying and sharing. Rule number one. Okay. If you want to live a better life, hear me very carefully. You want to make sure, number one, that you remain humble. If you want to live a better life, you want to remain humble. You want to remain humble. And I'm saying this with all vigorous. I'm not throwing shade on anybody. But I need you to hear my heart. God is about to open doors for you. And I know y'all have heard it for years that He opened doors that no man can shut. And we understand all that. But I'm telling you there's something that's true. If you remain humble, God is about to open up some portals for you. And being humble, number two, you're going to have to also be nice to people who maybe not be kind to you. You're going to have to learn how to love your enemies even better and even more so than ever before. You have to learn how to stand when don't nobody want to stand with you. You're going to have to know how to keep it 100. And hear me, and I know you want to get them. I know you want to set them straight, but I'm telling you right now, you're going to have to know how to study to be quiet in this season. You're going to have to really ask God to give you the strength. You got to ask God to give you the real ambiance, amen, to make sure that you are really hearing the voice of the Lord. And I'm telling you right now, you got to be nice to people who are not nice to you. You got to love people who you know are not lovable to you. You got to know how to yet stand even when everybody else is cursing you to fall. You got to know how to be nice and know how to just keep persevering even when people are plotting and demising your fall. You got to know how to yet still be hospitable to people who won't even give you credit for nothing that you helped them with. You have to make sure that you do those right there. So number one, you want to make sure that you're humble. You want to be nice to people. Here's the next one I want to give you. You got to have some goals and you got to work towards them. If you want to have a better life, you're gonna have to make sure that you got some goals and you're working towards them. The problem is that you keep working on everybody else's stuff and you ain't working on yours. You know how to build everybody else up, but you don't know how to build yourself up. And I want to tell you, you got it in reverse. Until you know how to love yourself, take care of yourself, treat yourself, empower you, it's gonna be impossible for you to do it for somebody else. I don't know about you, but for a long time I lived this greatest lie that if I treat everybody right, do everybody right, honor everybody right, that they'll do me the same way and it'll be all right. I come to tell you that's the biggest lie. It's the biggest thing that never could be. You have to understand. You got to have some goals and you got to work towards them. You got to have a dream. And in the dream that you have, you got to make sure you go in it. In a couple of days, you're going to see me unveil a T-shirt that I have. And I'm telling you, it's one of the greatest T-shirts that I believe I could have ever received. Because I'm telling you now, some of you right now, you're working so hard, you're burning yourself out. Amen. You are stressing yourself out. You trying to make stuff happen that ain't going to work because it ain't in the plan and in the action move of God. And as long as you keep trying to be God and play the role of God, you're never going to get to the place where you really need to be. You got to learn how to let people do what they do, but you just got to know how to do yours better. So I want you, number one, remain humble. Number two, you got to be nice to people. Number three, you want to make sure you have goals and you work towards them. All right. And here's number four. I hope you're ready for it. Lady Shanta Nicole, I pray. God bless you. I love you immensely. I'm looking forward to connecting with you. It's my prayer. I hope you shout when I say this, because the rest of you are going to hear it. Don't worry about what others have to say about you. If you want to live a better life, you got to just go on and do what you're supposed to do. You're going to always have some kind of criticize. You're going to have people that's going to try to blackball you. You're going to have people that's always going to try to plot your destruction, and people who even think you're talking about them and you're knife removed from them. If you're going to have a better life, you can't worry about what people are saying. You just got to worry about your spirit and what you're supposed to do. One of the greatest things that I thank God for, and I thank Him for it every single day, that I know the gift of goodbye. When you want to walk out of my life, I let you walk. But hear me, you're not going to walk in and out of my life, and you're not going to have pieces of me. I know how to release you and release you well. Matter of fact, you did the releasing. Don't get mad that now I shut the door and closed the door and locked the door with a new locksmith. Some of you right now need to move into a place where you have a new locksmith and you cannot worry about what others got to say about you. You just can't worry about it. Amen. I'm gone. So people that know me know that there'll be a place where there's a certain conversation we just can't have. You follow what I'm saying? Now that's just me. That works for me. My revolving door, I have a good one. Amen. I keep my door oiled. I keep it always shimmied up. Why? So people can walk in it and walk out of it. Amen. I will escort you to it. Amen. And some of you will walk on your own. But in order for me to have a better life, I had to understand I can't worry about what people think. I can't worry about what they got to say. They're going to talk anyway. You can be totally not involved in it, and people will, in their conscious mind, they will analytically think that you had something to do with it. And I'm not talking about a specific person. I'm just talking about a situation. I'm talking about something that's small. I'm talking about something that's minute. You have people that do that, and when they do that, they find themselves in such a place to where they miss it. All right. I want you to catch this affirmation. I said this today to some leaders today in Joliet, and we had an amazing encounter. I mean, we had a good time today. And this is what I said, and I pray that you'll receive it, and I pray that you will hear it with the right spirit, and you will make this be a prophecy to your own soundtrack to live by. Here it is. The best thing I ever did was believe in me. Can you write that down, please? The best thing that I ever did was believe in me. Did you hear me? I'm empowering somebody right now listening to me. You wanted to throw in the towel. You wanted to give up. But I'm telling you, the best thing that you could ever do is to actually believe in yourself. Hear me? You got to do that. Because the less you respond to the negative people, the more peaceful your life will become. Did you hear what I just said? All right. So I'm saying this to you because you have to get into the mindset to stop thinking you can change people, change everybody, change a situation, change an environment. You cannot change someone who does not see an issue in their own actions. Did y'all hear what I just said? You cannot change someone who does not see an issue in their own actions. Let me tell you, everybody has issues in their tissues. Everybody got some problem. Everybody has some proclivity. Everyone has some problem that they need to address, deal with, and come to grips with. But hear me, you got to know how to work on you, and you got to make sure that you understand before you ask other people to change, that you are willing to change. One of the greatest gifts that I've ever seen, one of the greatest gifts I've ever had happen in my life is having the ability to have self-actualization, self-revelation, and hear me, checking my own self at the door. Too many of us right now, we live a life to whereas we always want to judge other people, but never look at your background ain't squeaky clean. You have to understand that somewhere in life that you cannot change people in areas that you have not grown in. You cannot give advice to people to areas that you struggle in. So hear me, a lot of preachers, they'll get up and they'll preach on something that they know they're guilty of. I thank God for that. When I had issues and proclivities and stuff like that, I never talked about them things because that's what makes you a hypocrite. Amen. Allowing people to see your backside. Amen. Your slip showing. Amen. And justify it and have open air farm to that is a problem. You want to make sure that you are willing to address the things that you need to address to make your life a lot better. So you want to do that. And here, I'm going to give you two more and I got to go. Okay, I got to give you two more and I got to go. This is for leaders. This is for people who are real workers. See, everybody's not real workers. There are some people that's on disability and working and they haven't been reported. But I want to talk to the real workers. I don't want to talk to people who manipulate the system. I don't want to talk to people who are just foul and ratchet and raggedy. I want to talk to people who are really true to who they are. Hear me. I want you to write this down and you'll shout about it. You ready? Say less, do more. Did you hear what I just said? Say less and do more. Let your work do the talking. Let your actions do the talking. Let your productivity do the talking. Are y'all listening to me? I want you to get to a place where you start saying to yourself, it is time for me to stop all the talking. I need to make sure that I'm saying less and I'm doing more. If you know a problem, don't go to your leader without a solution or something to try to remedy the problem. Because if you don't, you're only adding more to the problem. I like people that want to make sure that if they're going to do something, that they're going to do it to the best of their ability and have the law of intentionality, that they have the law to make sure that they're doing something. You're right, and Lady Latrice, action speaks louder than words. Here's the problem. You have a whole lot of people whose words don't even match a syllable of a subconscious thought of what they're trying to become. So I make sure to hear me that I'm doing that. I want to make sure that I am saying less and I'm doing more. Matter of fact, that keeps you out of trouble. That keeps you out of controversy. That keeps you out of stuff. You want to make sure that you're saying less and you're doing more. Okay? Matter of fact, and watch this here. And this is for my shouters right here. Successful people never worry about what others are saying and what they're doing. You don't have time to worry about what they're doing. You got to make sure your grind is right. Amen. You got to make sure that you on your game, your principle, because it does the right thing. Yes. And I am telling you, as sure as my name is Robbie Chappelle Peters, I am telling you right now that sometimes what you are looking for comes when you're not looking for it at all. Are y'all hearing me? Amen. I want you to hear it. I want you to hear me. I'm going to give you two principles. I got to go. I got exactly 3.5 minutes before I get on the line with my adjutants for seminary school. All right. I want y'all to hear me and hear me well. Y'all ready for this? Somebody going to shout when I say this. You cannot defeat the demons you enjoy playing with. Somebody can put that on Facebook. Tag my name there, please. You cannot defeat the demons you enjoy playing with. Yes. There you go. Please write that down. You cannot defeat the demons that you enjoy playing with. You want to make sure that you get it right. You want to get it correct. Amen. Because we can do anything we want if we stick to it long enough. And I want you to understand that you got to get to a place. Never let people dull your sparkle. Are y'all hearing me? Don't let people dull your sparkle. You got to make sure that you keep on rising to the top and give it all you got. All right. Amen. I wanted to give that to you. I haven't been on in a couple of days. Amen. I've really been working. I've been trying to make some stuff happen. Amen. I've really been trying to make sure that I do what I was supposed to do in the spirit. And sometimes you got to get your grind on and make it happen. Here's the point I'm going to leave you with tonight, and I pray that you receive it. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. Let me give it to you again. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. Let me give it to you one more again. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Lady Nicole, shout out to Nicole. I want to make sure I reach out to you. God bless y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm looking forward to connecting with you all. Have a blessed and amazing evening, everybody. I dare you to be great.